This is Jonathan Agatha, Pro Boxing Fans, joined by Otto Wallin. Otto, good to see you. Appreciate you taking the time to speak to me. Had to get your reaction. Anthony Joshua has just knocked out Francis Ngannou in 2 rounds. What's your immediate reaction to what you've just seen?
Well, I felt like Joshua did a great job. He came out and he was aggressive, really took charge and tried to hit him to the body as well as the head. And then, he started landing those big, what is it? Right hands. I'm a southpaw, so I always gotta think double. But so those big right hands, yeah, really devastating and big shots. And I gotta give it to Ngannou though. He's a good fighter, and if he was in with somebody else, like he could have won. So I just think that Joshua was above his level and did really good.
Did you think that was going to happen in terms of how quickly he got him out of there? We saw how well he did against Fury, knocked Fury down, and Joshua's gone in there and completely blitzed him in 2 rounds.
No, it was hard to know, like, because Ngannou only had one fight in boxing, and that was against Fury, and Fury's obviously one of the absolute best, but I had a feeling that he really underestimated Ngannou, and also Ngannou was better than anybody thought, and including me. So Ngannou did really well in that fight. So it was hard to know how this fight was gonna go. I felt like Joshua was gonna win, and I had a feeling that he was gonna knock him out, but he really, yeah, really did a good job.
Now, I saw a few of your interviews after your defeat to Joshua, and you said you're not quite sure now on how you think Joshua Fury goes. Has that changed your opinion again, or is it hard to tell after that?
Yeah, it's hard to tell because styles makes fights, and not sure that Fury is gonna be there for those punches like Ngannou was, of course. But Joshua, he's a very powerful guy, and he has very good tools. He seems to be doing well with his new trainer, and so that's a good fight. Maybe I was leaning towards Fury a lot before. Maybe now, maybe I'm ready to call it 50-50 almost.
Mm. And just on the undercard, we saw Zhilei Zhang lose to Joseph Parker. I'm sure you're interested in that fight in terms of fighting either of them. But what did you make of what you saw in there?
It was an interesting fight. Interesting fight. I think that Shang, the Big Bang, he showed the Big Bang again. And as he said, he bangs everything. So he was banging Parker a little bit, but Parker showed a lot of heart. It looked like he hurt his nose. At least he was cut and took some big shots, and then really came back and won most of the rounds. And I felt like he won the fight fairly. Shang, he wasn't. I guess he wasn't active enough, but when he was punching hard. And yeah, we did it more. If he could have been a bit more active, but it's easy to say from the side.
And in terms of yourself, obviously they're going to have a rematch. Joshua looks like he's going to potentially fight Hrgovic or whoever at this point. Where does it look like for yourself? Because I checked in your IBF, I think you're in eighth, ranked eighth in the IBF. Any conversations about what's next?
Yeah, I'm looking to fight again in the summer. We haven't really had talked about names or anything, but I'm looking to get a fight, just get back in there, and then hopefully go for something bigger in the fall. But I'm in full training right now, training very hard and try to get better. So honestly, it feels pretty good that Joshua won like he did tonight. It makes me feel a little bit better about my loss. I never want to lose, but at least it's something. So I'll take anything right now.
Just talk to us about that, as a fighter, the mindset, what makes you feel better about that fight after what you saw tonight? Is it just the way Joshua is, I guess going into your fight, a lot of people were, questioning him in terms of his mentality and where he's at in his career. Does it just show you where he's at this point, or?
Yeah, I think it does. It does. And for me, it was a very tough loss, and had to think a lot about things after the fight. I was very disappointed. I thought that I was gonna win the fight, and it was a very tough loss for me. So makes me feel a little bit better that he looked so good tonight. And I you just gotta regroup. Look at a guy like Joseph Parker. He lost to Joyce. He's back in there winning big fights. So anything is possible.
Well, I'm glad to hear that you are, looking to come back, and there are some big names out there for you. I know Dillian White is back next week. I don't know if you saw that, but he's fighting next weekend. Joe Joyce as well. So, still some big names left for you.
Definitely, there's a lot of big fights. There's a lot of big names, and I think it's great what they're doing in Saudi Arabia because they're really putting on fights. And I hope to go back in the fall.
Mm. Well, Otto, I just wanted to get your quick reaction to that. Hopefully, we'll do a bit more in-depth one later on at some point. But I know you're a man in demand tonight, so I'll let you go to the next interview.
Okay,
But
yeah,
appreciate your time, and I'll catch up with you soon, Otto.
you too. Thank you.
Thank you.